More work on page 86. Please show all work. Okay, let's look at problem 7. So we've got 2 times 3.4. So really, except for multiplying decimals, forget it. Forget the decimals. And then just multiply. So 3.4, we'll just say that that's 34 times 2, which is 68. But now remember that it's 3.4, so it needs to be 6.8. Now look back over here. Negative times a negative is a positive, so it's 6 8/10. .54 times 8. Okay, remember 0.54, that's pretty close to 1/2. 1/2 of 8 is about 4. So the answer should be about 4. But let's multiply it. 0.54 times 8. So I'm going to forget the decimal and just do 54 times 8. 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 3 is 43. And now we have 2 decimal places here. 1, 2, so we need 2 here. 1, 2. So 4.32. Okay. And now look at the signs. Positive times a positive is still a positive. Okay, so maybe you can look at this and see that it's 5 times 12. 5 times 12 is 60. But remember, there's 1 decimal place. And then negative times a negative is a positive. Okay, think about this is 24 times 3. 24 times 3. 2, 1, 6 plus 1 is 7. So 72. So you could put 72 here. But then remember, you need a decimal. 1 decimal place. Negative times a positive is a negative. These fraction problems look really complicated. They're not. What they're trying to do is get you to divide up the work here. So they want you to do these 2 first and put the answer in here. So we'll do that, and then I'll show you an easier way to do it. So 2 and 2, those can cancel, so you get 1 there and 1 there. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. And now, okay, so now you can cancel here the 3 and the 3. So that equals 1, and that equals 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. 1/4. Is there a better way to do that problem? Yes. Let's do that on this page right here. The problem was 1/2 times 2/3 times 3/4. Okay, just start canceling. That cancels that. So you get 1 there and 1 there. This 3 cancels this 3. And now you have 1 times 1 times 1. Well, that equals 1. 1 times 1 is 1 times 4 is 4. So 1/4, and we end up with the same thing here. They try to make it easier. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, this problem, they're trying to do the same thing. They want you to take these first 2 fractions, work with them, and put them in here, and then multiply this factor by this factor. So we'll do that, and then we'll do it a different way. 4 and 5, those can't cancel. 3 and 7, those can't cancel. So 4 So it looks like negative times a negative. Negative times a negative is going to give you a positive. 4 times 3 is 12. Over 7 times 5 is 35. But now you can cancel that 12 and this 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 7 and 35, they have a common factor of 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 35 divided by 7 is 5. So now 4 times 1 is 4. 5 times 1 is 5. And then positive times a negative is a negative. Negative 4/5. Okay, let's do the problem again without the other stuff. So it's negative 4 over 7 times negative 3 over 5 times negative 7/3. So the 7's cancel and leave you with a 1. The 3's cancel and leave you with a 3. I'm sorry, with a 1. Now 4 times 1 is 4 times 1 is 4. 1 times 5 is 5. 5 times 1 is 5. Oops. Trying to erase that. And then negative times a negative is a positive. Those two negatives cancel, but then this one makes it equal a negative. Okay, these two cancel. But then this one makes it negative again. Negative 4/5. Problem 13. Whenever you have a fraction times a whole number, make the whole number into a fraction. 5 divided by 1 is 5, right? It doesn't change the value. Now, do some cross-canceling. Can you cancel 8 and 5? No. But can you cancel 8 and 2? Yes. Divide that, you get 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Can you cancel 4 and 1? No. 4 and 5? No. Can you cancel 1 and 1? Nope. 1 and 1? Nope. 3 and 5? No. 3 and 1? No. So you're all done canceling. And you know you have one negative factor, so this negative is going to make this negative and this negative. Negative 1 times 5 is 5. 5 times 1 is 5. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Negative 5 over 12. Okay, the 2 and the 2, those will cancel. So you get 1 there, and 1 there. The 3 and the 6 will also cancel. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Then negative times a negative gives you a positive. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 7 is 7. Okay. The price of one share of Acme Company declined. That's negative $3.50 per day for 4 days in a row. What is the overall change in price of one share? So negative $3.50 times 4. But remember, you can just forget the decimal and do 35 times 4. Okay. 0.02. 12 plus 2 is 14. Okay, so this is 140 also. But now bring the decimal back. Negative times a positive is a negative. So the stock lost $14. In one day, 18 people each withdrew $100 from the ATM. What is the overall change in the amount of money in the ATM machine? Withdrew is negative. So 18 times negative 100 equals negative 1,800, or negative $18,000. Put that in the money right there. Explain how you can find the sign of the product of two or more rational numbers. Okay, so sorry. Trying to make it so you can see it. There, now you can see it.